Welcome to Career Bits, the weekly podcast for the University Career Center at UNC Charlotte. Each week on Career Bits, we'll provide a briefing on resources, hiring trends, and Career Center activities for students and alums. I'm Jay Skipworth, and joining me today is Dr. Patrick Madsen, Executive Director for the University Career Center. Welcome in, Patrick.
Hey, Jay. Nice to be here. Glad we're starting this new Career Bits sort of podcast thing. I'll also say that this is my first podcast, so hopefully it'll go well, right?
I'm sure you will do just fine. I've never known you to be at a lack of words. Anybody that's heard you present knows that as well. It's things that we're going to highlight each week. We're going to talk about any employers who've reached out to us with job opportunities that they want us to highlight for students, some cool resources, upcoming events, and then just some final thoughts and things like that. So thanks again, folks, for joining us here. So two things that we want to highlight that are both posted in HireNiner now are a couple of nonprofits that are hiring for internship. The Catawba River Keep has a number of opportunities for students to work as a part of their organization. You can find their multiple postings in HireNiner now. And then Forefront, which is a nonprofit out of New York City, are hiring interns with remote work capabilities as well. And both of those are active right now. So, Patrick, why is it so important for folks to still keep applying even though we're all in this remote work status now?
Well, the great thing is that even though we feel like the sky is coming down around us, there are still jobs out there, part-time jobs, gig economy jobs. We're going to talk a little bit about that in just a second. And of course, full-time jobs. As you know, most of our employers are still reporting that they're rocking and rolling with summer internships and beyond at this point in time. So now is not the time to sit tight and just hope for the best. It's the time to really push forward on a number of these fronts. And so, aside from the two that you highlighted right now, there's a couple of major employers in this area that are expected to hire thousands of more people because of the situation that we're dealing with right now.
No, absolutely. I mean, we hear from them all the time. And just another plug again, folks, keep checking your HireNiner account. We get new postings there every day, and keep up with the stuff that's not only in the job postings, but in the announcements, because some companies like Bank of America are doing big career panels and things like that, where they're going to source for candidates even for next year's cycle too. So I've heard the same thing you have. A lot of our employers are still hiring. They're still planning to keep things going virtually. And it's been really, really exciting to hear. I had a talk with Corning, the engineering group, Friday. And as they put it, they were absolutely, heck bent for leather that they were going to keep their interns and co-ops working remotely this summer. And they were coming up with real unique and creative ways to get that done. So the good opportunities out there. And it's another thing too, to let folks know, if your intern site is not really sure what to do, they're having struggles, send them to us, because we can talk to them about that and give them some ideas. On to some cool resources that we've got right now. I do want to recommend, because I did recommend a couple of nonprofit internship opportunities. If you are going to be at an intern site that is just going to be for experience, it's not going to be pay or stipend or anything like that, we do have a summer internship scholarship that you can apply for. The deadline is now April the 17th. By 5 p.m. If you go to career.uncc.edu/scholarship, or if you're on the Career Center main page, you'll see a big link for it there. Apply for the summer internship scholarship. Patrick, that's a great program.
Yeah, definitely. It's something we started a couple of years ago, and it's the first in the state of this Career Center supporting our students through some stipends during the summer to make sure that you can still pay your bills, but also get into that career type of internship that you need to get to that next step. I'm also going to highlight that there's going to be a lot of nonprofits out there that are not going to know how to switch their internship to a remote-based internship. That's a great opportunity to call the Career Center and get help from people like Jay or Matthew or myself on helping to switch that over to something that you could do from the comforts of your home during the time that we're in. So if an employer comes back at you and says, yeah, we just can't do something online, say, hey, wait a minute. How about I help you turn this into a remote internship? And at that point, you turn around, you come to us, and we've got your back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, your internship experience may be something that is totally unique to just this time period, but what you can do out of it will give that organization a continuity plan going forward for how to deal with this. And it may even create more opportunities as they figure out, hey, you know what, there is some work that could be done virtually or remotely, so it now expands their candidate base.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a website, idealist.org. Idealist.org is your top nonprofit search website out there, as we're starting to talk about cool sites that we've seen.
Absolutely. So, Patrick, you've got a few that you wanted to recommend that were all work-from-home resources.
Yeah, I do. So we're spending a lot of time out there looking at all the cool new angles to this economy that we're dealing with right now, and that we're going to deal with for 6 to 12, maybe even longer months. So I was looking at Forbes the other day and I found this list. I'm going to give you a couple flavors on there on some work from home job searching sites that exist out there. And they've been existing for a while, not just because of the situation today. So if you'll indulge me, I'm going to jump into a few names that I recommend and maybe very short description. Flex Jobs, largest and most popular platform to find remote work. One of the top ones out there. Gives you a sense of a lot of freelance gigs that might exist, from small companies to large corporations that are looking for those just to do bits and pieces here and there. And it's a great way for you to add resume capital and build your experience and also make new connections during this time. Another one that I like for freelancers, again, is Free Up. Again, that's Free Up. And it's a lot of, tasks around customer service, social media, email marketing, data entry, stuff like that, where you're helping a company get those bits and pieces done. But again, providing yourself experience that's out there. Another couple, remote.co, remote.co. It's a free online job board that posts various remote jobs, including developers, customer service, of course, editors and designers, and a lot of different part-time and full-time types of opportunities. We work remotely. That's we work remotely. Again, full-time and part-time jobs gives you an opportunity to see a lot of industries that might be out there, and it brings it right to your email box. So you don't have to go to find another website once you get this set up, but maybe it'll start coming towards you. And the final one is Dice. Now, Dice.com has been around for a long, long time, and it's a lot for those engineers and those computer science types that might be out there. If you're looking for some gig work, part-time, full-time, or just contractual type of stuff, you might find some opportunities there. I'm going to give you a bonus one for my writers out there, those who love to write and are saying, what can I do with that English major? Text Broker, TextBroker, TextBroker. Great website for a lot of those very quick types of opportunities that employers might be looking for. So, Jay, that gives you kind of an idea of what's out there, just some basics. And that was from Forbes. If you need the direct site, you can just talk to one of your career coaches. We have it on our list. But you can Google those and you'll start to learn more about them.
Yeah, and folks, if you look at the description in the podcatcher, wherever you downloaded this from, you'll see all those sites listed as well, so you can just grab them right from there. So, yeah, those are excellent, Patrick. I would also recommend, too, folks, just go ahead and bookmark, if you haven't already bookmarked the Career Center's page, career.uncc.edu. Go to the /virtual, too, and you'll see a list of all of our virtual resources. I mean, we've turned our entire Career Center into a remote office in the last month, and we really did it kind of quickly, too. So you can, meet with career coaches. You can do drop-ins virtually. You can still get a mock interview graded through the big interview process. And, of course, you can always interact with the multitude of career meetups. And that's kind of the next piece we were going to go into is some upcoming events. Well, we've got a lot of career meetups coming up in the next week or so. I mean, these releases on a Tuesday. So if you're going from Tuesday to Tuesday, we've got them in, everything from exploring careers and finance and accounting to learning how to do a virtual interview and negotiate your salary, to grad school prep, to salary negotiation for women, interviewing basics. And then we've even got different companies that are specifically going to be highlighting their opportunities out there. We've got one that's job search strategies for students in technical careers, international students. So lots of cool stuff. And our career meetups are a great program that people should take advantage of.
Yeah, definitely. And just a few that we're going to highlight for this week. And now, Jay, you and I are old, and that means we both worked during the Great Recession. Mm-hmm. We learned a thing or two. And so Jay and I decided to put together what we call a Career Preppers series for those preppers out there. And two big topics that we have going on this week, and there's a few more happening, but what employers are looking for. Jay's going to talk a little bit about what is in that employer's mindset and how you need to prepare yourself and brand yourself towards what it is they are looking for. And another one that we have coming up is prepping now for the downturn in the economy. So we do know that we have a tough time right now in many different regards, but the next 6 to 12 months is going to continue to have a rough economy. We'll be surprised in the next 5 months and everything will be back to normal with the economy. But my spidey senses are up and it's saying that, you know what, there's going to be some sort of recession. There's going to be some sort of wrinkle, if you will. So now's the time to start preparing for that. We don't want you to be waiting until the last minute and wonder, man, what was I doing for the past 6 months that now I'm having a lot of trouble? So the Career Prepper series, you're going to find them in Hire Niner. You can RSVP, and we're going to do our best to record them, depending on our technology, so that you can review them later on. Those are just a few that are coming up this week that we highly recommend.
Absolutely. And we've got many more coming up, and we'll highlight them on coming weeks of the Career Bits podcast here. So, Patrick, that kind of wraps us up for this week. We want to keep these things short and sweet so people can grab them when they're, doing a quick jog or walking the dog or whatever. Some final thoughts for folks listening to this first episode here at Career.
Over the past 2 to 3 weeks, things have been tough in many different regards. I think our lives have been turned upside down or turned remotely, if you will. I think a lot of us have been feeling a little heavier, a little bit tired, if you will. And a lot of that's coming because of this great change. What we want you to recognize is that the Career Center is here for a lot of different things. We're not just here to do your resume. We are here to listen to you. We're here to help you retailer yourself. We're here to help you brand and expand that strategy that you might have, because we know it's going to be an extended time. And we want to make sure that we always have your back on what it is that you need during this time. So now is the opportunity. Now is your opportunity to express what it is that you're hoping for when the corner turns, and let us help you make that happen.
Absolutely. Great advice as always. So again, folks, thanks for listening to us here on Career Bits. You can come back again next week, download another copy of the show, keep up with all of the different resources that the Career Center is highlighting. And again, I'll reiterate what Patrick says. We are here for you, and we're here to help you through all the processes of your career development. So until next week, thanks for joining us on Career Bits.